This man was told over and over again that his online girlfriend was probably fake, and he still kept sending her money. Not once, not twice, every day. Sometimes $50, sometimes $200, small enough to feel harmless in the moment. But after years of this, those little payments were not little anymore. It started with a random text. A woman messaged him and said she had the wrong number. Classic accident, right? Except this accident somehow turned into a full relationship. She said her name was Mary. She was beautiful, warm, comforting. Exactly the kind of person he needed at exactly the wrong time. He was coming out of a painful relationship. He was lonely. And then suddenly, this woman on his phone made him feel wanted again. They talked every day. Morning messages, night messages, baby, honey, my love, the whole long-distance romance starter pack. He checked his phone before bed. He checked it again when he woke up. And somewhere in the middle of all those messages, Mary stopped feeling like a stranger on a screen. She became part of his routine. And look, when someone says the exact words you have been waiting years to hear, your brain does not always ask for evidence. Sometimes it just says, finally. But there was one tiny problem. He had never actually met her. Every time they were supposed to meet, something came up. Her explanation was the military. She said she was deployed. She said she could not FaceTime. She said she could not send a real-time photo. Security reasons, military rules. Very official-sounding excuses. Which is convenient, because fake people love official-sounding excuses. Then the money started. At first, it did not look like some huge, dramatic scam. It was just help. A little today, a little tomorrow. $50 here, $200 there. Bills, family problems, getting by until she came home. And he did not see it as being scammed. He saw it as taking care of the woman he loved. That is where this gets painful. His family warned him. The investigators warned him. Everyone around him could see the red flags waving like they were trying to land a plane. But he kept asking the same question. Why should I stop sending money? Because in his mind, another $200 was not the risk. Losing Mary was the risk. And once a scammer becomes part of your daily life, walking away does not feel like logic. It feels like grief. So the investigators started with the photos. They ran a reverse image search on the woman he thought he loved. And immediately, the story started falling apart. The same face showed up again and again. Different profiles, different names, different accounts. That is not a romantic mystery. That is a stolen photo problem with a Wi-Fi connection. Then they found the real woman. Her name was not Mary. She was not in Afghanistan. She was not his girlfriend. She was married and living in Missouri. So now we have the first reveal. The face was real. The woman was real. But the relationship was completely fake. And then came the second reveal. They followed the money. The payments had been moving through crypto, through exchanges, through the kind of financial maze scammers use when they do not want a clean trail. Then they tracked a link. The person behind the screen clicked it, and the location came back. Not Afghanistan, not a military base. Lagos, Nigeria. Imagine hearing that after almost 3 years. The woman you loved was not the woman you loved. The photos were stolen. The name was fake. The military story was fake. And the money was going somewhere else entirely. Then they brought the real woman onto a video call. For him, it was like meeting the person from the pictures for the first time. Except she was not there to say she loved him. She was there to tell him the truth. Her photos had been stolen for years. Thousands of fake profiles had used her face. And that is the part people miss about online dating scams. Sometimes the photo is real. The person in the picture exists, but the person texting you does not. This did not start with a giant money request. It started with attention, comfort, and daily messages. By the time the money started, It did not feel like a scam. It felt like love. So if someone online says they love you, but they cannot video call, cannot meet, cannot prove who they are, and somehow always needs money, stop. Because the face in the photo might be real, but the relationship can still be completely fake.
In addition, we have created a tool that can find a person's public social media profiles using just one image, so that you can verify someone before dating or find an old friend. The tool does not require a subscription. As long as you register and log in, you will have free credits. The website link will be placed in the description and the comments. Your support can help us keep moving forward.